Losing Kayleen was the most difficult thing that has happened in my life so far. Parents aren't supposed to outlive your children.
Having to bury a child, it's the worst thing you can even imagine. There was close to 1,000 people at her memorial service. My world ended that day. I didn't want to live anymore. I lost my baby girl 6 years ago, and I feel like for the rest of my life, I'm gonna be stuck in this bubble of grief and not know how to get out.
Kayleen's mother, Debbie, says 6 years later, her pain is still horrible. And in fact, it's getting worse. Debbie's daughter, Shaughnessy, says she believes her mother's grief has also turned into anger, causing her to blame her and her brother for Kayleen's death to this very day.
My sister Kayleen's death has had a huge effect on my relationship with my mother. My mom blames me for my sister Kayleen's death. My mom has said if I hadn't left and had my own family, maybe I could have saved her.
My mom has flat out told me that she wishes it was Shaughnessy who had died and not Kayleen, because Kayleen was a perfect child.
She completely ignores me. When it comes to my mom, every conversation comes back to Kayleen.
I'm so disappointed with my daughter, Shaughnessy. It's just that her and Justin want their old mom back, and I can never be that person anymore.
Months ago, my mom came with us to go visit college with my goddaughter. My mom kept saying that she didn't want to tour the college because she couldn't do it with Kayleen. I was so angry. My mom and I got into a huge argument on the drive home. We stopped, I got out of the car, and in a vindictive moment, I grabbed her cell phone.
My phone had over 1,000 pictures of my daughter, Kayleen, on it.
What my mom decided to do was back the car up and then try to run me over. Not only did she do it once, but she did it over and over again.
I wasn't trying to run my daughter over.
My mom would have been perfectly content killing me that day. My mom screamed that she was going to take me out of this world.
The police showed up and they wanted to charge me with domestic assault. I was so angry. I blocked her from my phone. I blocked her from my Facebook.
She cut me out of her life.
You know, first off, let me say to you, however long we're here talking about this, one thing you won't hear me say is I know how you feel, because I haven't buried a child, so I'm not pretending that I do know. But maybe that's okay for what we're doing here. And I'm very sorry for your loss, and I'm very sorry for your loss. I mean, you lost your sister, but you also feel like you've lost your mother.
Absolutely, I have lost my mother.
You're the one that wrote into the show.
Yes, sir.
You said, "Dear Dr. Phil, on December 4th, 2009, my 16-year-old sister was killed in a terrible car accident. She was the glue that held our family together. The anniversary of her death is fast approaching. 6 years later, we are worse than the day it happened. Since her death, our once inseparable family is at war. I have tried every measure I know possible, read every book, article, etc., to help put our family back together, but nothing works. Dr. Phil is our only hope. I'm begging, please help us before someone else dies and it's too late. The grandkids need their grandparents, and we need to heal as a family. I'm desperate. Sincerely, Shaughnessy, a daughter lost in the battle."
And that's exactly what I feel like.
I'm still hurting, and I'm always gonna hurt, okay? I'm trying to get well. I'm using every avenue I can.
Okay,
That's not true.
I'm seeing a grief counselor.
Let me ask you a couple of questions then. Because you even said that you're in pain, and maybe even worse pain than at the time.
Yes.
6 years later.
Yes.
Okay, then I need to know some things.
Okay.
You must feel a tremendous amount of guilt if you're feeling worse than you did then. Something is causing you to be really, really stuck. Do you feel guilty about her death?
Yes.